Yeah, so as you all know, this is how I look. What what happened to me? Wait, let's flip this around horizontally real quick. And what happened to me? Jokes aside, as you can probably tell by the thumbnail, I did a mini rebranding of the channel. I just wanted to make it seem more unique and very much me compared to before. Like, it could have just been anyone with dyed hair and a red hoodie. Now I got little motifs going on, and it's pretty cool. So for my persona, there is nothing really that special to it. I know most other creators recommend using software called PNGtuber Plus, since I am a PNG tuber technically, but I like the freedom that my current setup has, no matter how tedious and time-consuming it can be. My first YouTube video, the Sally Face speedpaint, which was only like 11 minutes long, took 10 hours to edit, with PNG files with liberty to animate, edit, squish, and squash the images, but also to do some changes that are unique to a certain use of it. I just like the more hands-on approach it allows me. The design that I am now using is very similar to before, keeping a lot of the same colors and features like hair and the eyes, but doing a massive rehaul of the outfit. I was inspired by my Pinterest style board, but also incorporated items I own in real life, like the earrings and the necklace. Other VTubers and PNG tubers have more elaborate and fun designs, so I was really inspired by that. The first thing I came up with in this design was these earrings, since they are the most recent pair that I've made myself. I sometimes dabble in making clay jewelry, and because of them, I thought a demon motif would be kind of fun, since they also have a red color palette like I do. In addition, I also added another main color, gold. It fit nicely in the color palette and allows for some versatility when it comes to adding more details to her design. I recommend when coming up with your own design for a persona, keep the color palette limited, unless you want a rainbow theme going on. Color theory is your best friend and allows for a more interesting and appealing looking persona. In my script, there's a whole section about planning your emotions, keeping separate layers, and blah blah blah, but I feel like that's common sense at this point. Keeping your design looking pretty similar, well, by design, I mean your drawing similar, between all of your emotions, it allows it to look more uniform, more professional, more appealing. Like, if you have major changes in the face, in the hair, whatever, between each emotion you have, the audience is going to tell. So like I said, different layers, keep things organized, and just make sure you know what you're going to change and what you're not going to change. Because for me, what I mostly changed is head orientation, arms, and facial expression. So I kept that on separate layers than the things I'm not changing that much, like the hair and my shirt. Easy. Now with the model design and fleshed out, I thought it would be super cool if I added a background. I was inspired by fellow PNG tuber, Melody No Surname, because she has this little background she uses from time to time. It's like when watching a human YouTuber like Danny Gonzalez or Wendigoon. They have their own backgrounds, the room that they're in, the little environment that they exist in, and that's just super cool to bring to my little fictional persona. I assumed it would be very useful when making gaming content if I made a model with PNGtuber Plus, but it would also be really great for commentary or video essays, essentially whenever it cuts to me. It adds a bit of humanness, I feel. I would still use a solid red when showing drawings or images like I usually do, but this is really handy when I'm just talking. I usually don't draw backgrounds, as seen in my artwork on Instagram. I mainly opt for abstract shapes or solid colors. This took me a lot of time and references to make it look not weird. There were issues with perspective and believability. And what I learned is that the more junk I threw in there, weirdly the more believable it looked. People tend to fill their living spaces with endless items, and it makes it look more lived in. In real life, I have an ever-expansive wall of clutter, posters, and junk, which inspired me to bring that bit of myself into this. The first thing I put on the wall was the ace flag. I did this because I am this little thing I like to call asexy. I am a bit of an ace icon, not gonna lie. At least I think I am, since I am delusional. Did not add any other flags since I am a bit of a mess, but that's alright. The next thing I did was add some of my favorite movies, since I am an insufferable excuse of a cinephile. Movies are a really big part of my life, and the only interesting thing about me. Talk about hobbies. art and guzzling inhuman amounts of media. The first one I added is The Devil's Carnival, since I cannot shut up about this horrible movie. I have Carnival OCs inspired by this film, and I have made an insane amount of fan art for the creator's other project, American Murder Song. I mainly only like it for the vibes and the music of Devil's Carnival. The only person I've ever showed this movie to hated the music, so what I added next was The Young Girls of Rochefort, or if I was an annoying film major, Les Demoiselles de Rochefort. I butchered the pronunciation, I don't know French, but I'm saying it like this because the annoying film majors call it like this. Anyways, honestly, insanely good movie. I need to make a video about it. I am holding off since I have 2 more fan arts for the movie that I'm working on that I want to show off in the video. Visually stunning masterpiece. I've already made these fan arts for it, which might be my best work so far. A timeless masterpiece with a goated soundtrack. I forced my college friends to watch it on a random Thursday night, and one of my friends who wasn't paying attention calls it French La La Land, and it genuinely pains me. No joke, I only listened to this soundtrack for the entirety of December and January. My friends on Airbuds once every few weeks sees that I listen to insane amounts of French jazz and then dip back to Rob Zombie. Writing this script made me realize I should add a poster of Robert Zombert, so he might appear later in this. There is also a Wish You Were Here poster, since I actually own one in real life. I found it in my college's poster sale after my dad said I needed to have it. He was right, it goes incredibly hard. There are also little rectangles everywhere to look like I drew them. Well, I technically did, but you know, like the 2 girls scattered about that you see on the 2 different walls I have there. There is also a Smiling Friends logo, Alan Red, and what looks like a crayon drawing of Glep on the door. There's also a doodle of my little crackdoodle self on the door too. That's a little nod to one of my online eras that I hated, Instagram Reels comedian. That was a time. I will touch on that in a future video. There are also a few Pikmin because I love those little guys. A little Pikmin by the plants as if he is real. 2 more doodles on the floor, Nightcrawler and my husband Pedro Pascal. I also have The Room because I saw it in theaters and I love shitty movies. Like, they're so funny. So bad that it's good, I eat that up. So-called cinephile, I eat garbage. Rated it 5 stars on Letterboxd, no joke. Here's the proof right here. Fantastic Mr. Fox is my all-time favorite, so I added it too. Now 3 of my 4 favorite movies on my Letterboxd account are here. Funnily enough, I have a Napoleon Dynamite poster IRL, but it's not on my fictional wall. My friend with the horrible opinion about the Devil's Carnival soundtrack also gave me the advice to put Nicolas Cage on my wall, since I made him watch a 3-hour video essay called In the Defense of Nicolas Cage, which I've also talked about in a previous video, but this spiraled us into an obsession with the man. Like, we literally just recently watched both Ghost Rider movies. I love Nicolas Cage. And then I also added Nathan Fielder, because I also watched all of Nathan For You with the same friend. All of our other college friends hate us for this, and genuinely hate us for watching this show. I'm sorry I have a sense of humor. Like, it does pain me to watch it, but that's part of the joy. I love it so much that when we did math homework together, after a few questions, I would go, a treat, and then watch another episode. No, I am not sorry. I still need to watch The Rehearsal and The Curse. I've already seen 26% of his filmography and will not be stopped. Chapel Roan 2, because I don't know why my college made me afraid of any new man I meet who I already am not in a friendship with, and I low-key might want a girlfriend. The little fox logo on top is a little logo for me. I leave it hidden sometimes in my art, especially with my persona. Like, here's some examples here. I don't think anyone has noticed it before, but I think it's like a fun detail for myself. Yeah, that's it for the media on the wall. Stars and streamers to take up space. The bed has 2 stuffed toys on it. The killer whale one I own in real life. His name is Chris, after the wild cat, Chris Krat. I don't know, I thought talking about all the little details about my wall would be fun. There is so much going on in the background that I had to put a transparent earthy purple over it to create some contrast. You need to see the details, but I'm the most important detail, so... Honestly, with the room, it makes it seem more personal so you guys can more easily form a little parasocial relationship with me. With little old me? How else am I supposed to sell merch in the future? Hint, hint. But yeah, I have a cute little chair and a photo of a mic I pulled from Google since I thought that would be really funny. Anyways, I also added some chibis. One is this really cute welcome for the channel because I thought it would be super cute. Another is to hide the ugly ass Medibang logo on any speed paints that I have. Ugh. I also updated the end card with designated spots laid out and updated socials. No more Redbubble because I hate that website. We hate Redbubble here. They are mean to artists. But yeah, I think I look super coquette. I know that's not the right use for the word, but me and my sister call random things coquette, so I think it is the funniest thing ever. But yeah, I made the red a bit more pink and myself a little cooler. I look nothing like this, but no one's gonna stop me. My sister said the design looked like it was designed by a 12-year-old, but that is the biggest compliment for a persona ever. That means I am super cool and super unique. Yeah, but I think it's funny I mainly added TV and movies to my wall when all my friends know the most insufferable part of my personality is the music I listen to. I'm sorry that I am a super cool dark cabaret, steampunk, dark Americana, and southern gothic girly. I mean, I also listen to metal, classic rock, and alt rock, but when you find a really cool niche, you will make it a big part of your personality. I might add some more posters in the background, which may possibly appear in the future, like the AMS logo or a Voltaire poster. Hey, sorry chat, some of you may have thought I would tell you how to brand your YouTube channel, but I ended up rambling about my interests. But it boils down to, be you, find your color. Colors really help when it comes to personal branding, and I made myself a pinkish red. But design your persona, find your style, and just go with an aesthetic you like. Never restrict yourself to what other PNG tubers are doing, to be honest. The coolest people are the ones who stand out. Anyway, please make sure to buy me a coffee on Ko-fi. I want to feed myself, please. A dollar works, honestly. The dollar's great. Check out my socials. Join the Discord. It's pretty chill over there, not gonna lie, and it's dying. So please bring it back to life. Please. I will talk to you. Let us form this parasocial relationship together, chat. This was fun and cool. My next video, I will be talking about this really cool shirt I designed. So please don't miss out on that. Like, subscribe, comment. Tell me, what do you like about my wall? I'm sure. What about that? What's the coolest thing about my wall? All right. See ya. Bye-bye.